Hi everyone, welcome to your first session. My name is Kelly and I will be your therapist. You were recommended to me by your daughter's inpatient psychiatrist from the hospital she was just admitted to. So her concern was that she was worried a little bit about the family dynamic and what has led up to your daughter's most recent attempt of suicide. I was also let know that, Dad, you also have a work disability, so you haven't been able to work the past few years, and that has put a little bit of strain on your family. And there seems to be some conflict that we will have to work out during these sessions. So some things we may do is I may separate each of you to talk to you one-on-one individually so I can see your perspective on the conflict that may be going on with your family right now. I may speak to you in groups of people, so I may speak to son and daughter, I may speak to mom and dad, or mom and daughter, or dad and son, just so I can see what the relationship is with each of those family members. Another thing I may do is I may do a genogram, which I think I actually might start today. And basically that's kind of like a family tree, and we'll go back to your grandparents, and we'll do grandparents, we'll do parents, we'll do your generation, and then we'll also do son and daughter's generation as well. And we can see, what some of the family history is by that, what, may have led to some stressors that we all are feeling today, and just a general background on the family. So why don't we go ahead, let's get started with a genogram today, and we can see where we can go from there in this session. Okay, mom and dad, you're starting to get a little heated here. I can see a bit of an argument brewing between the two of you, but what I can also see is the stress on your children's faces as they're witnessing you get into this little argument here. So I think we need to take a step back and kind of think of, how everybody is affected by the arguing and the bickering that you two are currently doing and possibly may even be doing at home. So, is this causing stress to the whole family? I think it's clear that it's causing some stress to your children, and that could be a possibility of their feelings that they've had the past year, and it could even have something to do with your daughter's recent hospital admission. So why don't we do this? Why don't I ask your daughter and your son to leave the room for a few minutes so we can kind of talk this argument through, see if we can work something out here without the two children present, so we can work on your communication with each other first. And once that's done, we can bring the children in and we can try to move forward, and we can learn some communication techniques that will benefit the whole family that hopefully shouldn't turn into an argument in front of everybody. Does that sound like a good idea? Okay, so I'm going to ask the son and daughter to leave at this point, and then mom and dad, we're going to sit here and we're just going to try to talk through this argument and see if we can get down to what the issue might really be and how we can better communicate with each other in the future. Okay, so we have welcomed your son and daughter back into the session. Mom and dad, I want to thank you for your willingness to sit by yourselves with me today so we could work on your communication with each other. And I also appreciate you taking the time to allow me to make this genogram for your family, even though it kind of started a little bit of an argument. I think we have a good picture of what the family dynamic was and is now, and what we can work on during our sessions. So for next week, I want you to do a little bit of homework. I think that the biggest issue as of right now is some of the communication between mom and dad and how that's affecting your son and daughter. So I think I would like for you to do in this next week is have 2 dinners with each other. I think that, having dinner with each other, you can bring up some conversations with each other, and hopefully get to know how each other's day was. And maybe this could relieve some stress. I think this could also get the communication flowing between everybody in the family again. And I would like to hear about what transpired at your dinners, and what kind of conversations you were having. And if it didn't go well, that's okay. We can work on some more communication techniques next week, and we can try the dinners again after next week's session. Okay? Right. Thank you for coming in this week, and I will see you all next week.